getting ready for the coin toss. Wolverines out there, of course, Dion Miner, Jacob Armbrecht, Kyle Beyer, and also out there for the Wolverines, Daniel Sejo, the senior captains. Saints ready to come across midfield. They're in the road whites with the blue numbers, the dark black pants trimmed in blue. And it's going to be interesting. The last time we will see the Saints in conference play, and who knows when we will see them again.
Yeah, how about that? I mean, again, it's certainly not a team geographically that you're going to look to get on the non-conference schedule. So, you know, again, it's one of those things where, you know, you and I, we get wrapped up in this team. You know, it's not like when we call high school games on Friday night where we're, you know, two local teams. We are rooting full throat for the Grove City College Wolverine team. And some of these other teams, these other schools, you know, let's just say we like some of them less than we like other ones. And in the case of Thomas More, I don't know if there's anyone that I like less. And so to put a bow on them being in this conference with a win against them today would be beautiful.
I mean, and you look at, they've been nationally ranked. They've been very good. You hear today's official in the background, by the way, Petey Harris, introducing his crew and going over the coin toss. This was a team that put up 70 on the Wolverines last year down in Crestview Hills, Kentucky.
Yeah, and again, they have had such a high-powered offense, you know, over these years. And again, this is a national power. They're 1-4, but they're a national power. It'd be like, you know, playing.
Saints win the toss. They will defer. So the Wolverine offense that has been on fire will get on the field first. And when you talk about the offense, Randall LeBree's played great. You talk about Wesley Schools, 350 yards in the last 2 games.
This is such here's the line about Wesley Schools. He's 4th in the conference in rushing. And you think about what a running backs conference this is. You know, almost every team has a great running back. And these better teams, those top 4 that I mentioned, you know, so for Grove City to have the 4th best running back in terms of the amount of yards picked up is an amazing thing. And here they come.
Senior Matt Pennypacker leading the Wolverines on the field as they are back to the traditional crimson red, if you will, home tops today with the white numbers and the white pants and the white helmets. It was fun. That last game under the lights in the all whites. Wore those on the road last week, and they won the last 2 wearing the all whites.
How about that?
Try and change it up today.
I agree. Yeah, Jay. I wore the same tie just in case that was making a difference. But I wore the same tie. But yeah, Grove City looking sharp there in the home unis, and they're going to be a lot of fun. I mean, again, it's you know, I would almost compare it to, you know, you think about maybe in the Big Ten or something, a program like Minnesota that is surging and having a pretty good year, playing like an Ohio State team or a Michigan team that's not their usual self. It's still a big hill for Minnesota to climb, and I would certainly compare that to kind of the way it is today. Grove City going to have to play great against this Thomas More team.
I mean, you talk about where they are geographical load-cake, and just a few miles from Cincinnati that is an absolute hotbed of high school football, so they have a lot of talent to choose from.
Well, they basically are recruiting the kids that around here are going to, like, SRU, IUP, Cal. They're getting those kids in the Cincinnati area. Those kids in the Pittsburgh area are going to the big-time D2. So yeah, there's no question. It's a big-time advantage for Thomas More. It has been in most sports the whole time they've been in the PAC.
Wolverines will go right to left as we get this one underway here this afternoon, and it will be the kicker Cole Mathias from Reynoldsburg, Ohio, to tee the ball up. And we are set for game number 6 for the Wolverines. Underway. End over end kick. Ross going to pick up the bouncing ball at the 15. Cuts across the 20. And he's going to be knocked down shy of the 25-yard line. That's where the Wolverines and Randall LeBree will get things underway.
Yeah, you said it, Mark. A big difference in these past 2 weeks has been the way the efficiency of the offense. You know, they've just been able to score points, clutch points, not turn the ball over, chew up clock when they've had to, and that needs to continue to be their identity today.
Gustafson and Grieco go to the right. Pennypacker to the left. LeBree out of the pistol. West Schools, the running back, next to him. High snap, give it to Schools on the draw, running right up the middle. Schools will get across the 25, and they'll say spot him at the 25. Short gain, second down, and about 7 coming up.
Yeah, that's been one of the things that Schools has done a lot for this team over the past couple of weeks. Is he's gotten good yardage on first down. Again, you were there last week. I just listened to you guys, but it just seems like on first down he's picking up 3, 4, 5 yards.
Schools now going to move out as a wide receiver. They'll empty the backfield for Labrie. Play clock now down to 10. Randall takes the snap, turns, fires just a little bit too tall for Cody Gustafson, the PAC Rookie of the Week, an honor the Wolverines have held now for 3 straight weeks.
Yeah, it tells you that speaks to 2 things. It speaks to the youth of this team and the talent of the youth on this team.
Carl Jaskar the previous 2 weeks, and this week Gustafson 5 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown last week. 3rd down, 8 for the Wolverines. Labrie and the Wolverines run that check with me style offense. 4 receivers out there on the field. Play clock now down, approaching 5. Labrie takes the snap, 3-step drop. Stepping up, pocket collapses, looking to run, and Randall is going to be thrown down. They'll blow the play dead at the 20-yard line and bring up 4th down and long, and it will bring on the Wolverine punter, Caleb Brake, for his first punt of the afternoon.
Big Sam Borst in there, senior D lineman, just in there because nowhere to go. Gave Labrie nowhere to go, and I thought for a second there, didn't it look like he had a running lane when the pocket collapsed, but Borst closed that down quickly.
2 men back deep for the Saints. Brake averaging 39.2 a punt. Gets the good snap and gets a nice end-over-end kick away. Caught at the 33. Cutting back to the outside across the 35, 40, 45. Breaks a tackle, 50, 45, 40. Down the Wolverine sidelines inside the 30 and down near the 27-yard line.
Got a big-time block back here about the 30-yard line. Number 36, Eric Robinson, is the one that set the block. And I tell you what, it was very, very close to being a block in the back. I was trying to figure out a way to say that, but yeah, that was it's close.
And Shower, who was the recipient of that block, comes off to the sidelines a little wobbly after taking that hit. 1st and 10 for Brennan Kuntz, the senior quarterback for the Saints. The tailback, Javier Pitts. Play fake to Pitts. Kuntz firing downfield. Pass caught at the 20-yard line. Jackson McFall there to make the tackle with the ball down near the 19-yard line.
Oh, geez, what do we got here?
Looks like McFall is a little slow to get up.
Yeah, his shoulder or his arm, it looks like kind of got snowed under there.
McFall, the sophomore, has played really well the last couple of weeks. 6 foot, 170 pounds out of Oil City.
Yeah, he really has. We've been calling his name a lot, but yeah, he's. Oh yeah, they're gonna have to come out. They're gonna have to come out for him.
Rick Hawk is the trainer for the Wolverines here in 2017. He's out there to tend to McFall, who is on his back right at the 20-yard line, and it did look like a shoulder, but
yeah,
can't tell here early on.
It's kind of one of those ones where it looked like he got kind of rolled under.
So both teams head to their respective sidelines. 13:07 to play opening quarter. First possession for the Saints. And now they're going to help McFall up and to his feet, and a good round of applause.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Kind of gingerly walking his way to the sidelines. Wolverines on the road next week, taking on the Titans of Westminster, and what will be the final road game up until the battle with Teal in the final week.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Obviously those are the 2 road games you don't mind a whole lot. Less than a half an hour for both of them.
Kuntz takes the snap, gives to Javier Pitts, running up the middle. Jaskar will grab him around the 10-yard line and pull him down right about the 11. Jaskar, 46 tackles, comes into play, 2nd in the league.
That's an amazing that's an amazing thing, right? 2nd in the conference, and then you got Armbrecht leading the conference in tackles for loss. Just some. Armbrecht also 3rd in the conference in sacks, so you got some defensive playmakers for sure.
Kuntz sends a man in motion. from right to left. Going to give it to Pitts. Now pull it out. Flips the ball downfield. Receiver makes the catch inside the 5. And he's going to drive down to about the 3-yard line. So that'll bring up second down for the Saints.
Yeah, so tough to give a team with this much skill, player, talent this short of a field. You know, that's the problem here.
Wolverines going to bring in some extra size, Chris.
Yeah.
Colton Young, 6'7", sophomore, checking in.
Yeah. Figure something, trying to slam it up the middle.
Going to give the ball to Pitts, trying to run it off the left side, and he's going to be knocked down shy of the goal line, but it will be first and goal for Thomas More.
Yeah, that was good call, a good catch on your part, because that's exactly how it played out. They tried to go right up the gut, and that extra size they brought in, clogging things up.
So first and goal at the 1-yard line for Thomas More. Brendan Kuntz takes the snap, gives it to Javier Pitts, and Pitts is into the end zone for the 1-yard touchdown run for the Saints. For Pitts, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year.
Just enough of a surge there by the Thomas More offensive line, and Pitts very shifty, very hard to get, you know, on first contact. He's going to gain yards after that first contact. That's what makes trying to stop him from the 1-yard line so tough.
Justin Post will hold Cole Mathias on for the extra point for Thomas More. Into the wind. Line to the right. And here the wind, it will be a factor throughout the afternoon. Snap down, extra point on the way. And it sneaks inside the left upright. And good. 11:26 to play, opening quarter. Thomas More 7, Grove City 0. On the home of the Wolverines, 91-1 WSAJ.
Man, last night we put on an epic light show.
So epic.
The crowd loved us.
Wait, there are only 4 people out there.
Yeah, but did you see their 4 faces? Their eyes lit up brighter than ours, and we're fireflies.
Yeah, we are.
And we're gonna be out here rocking out our light show at a forest near you, so come check us out.
Check us out.
Whether you're rocking their world or they're rocking yours, some memories never fade. Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Back to Robert E. Thorne Field, Doc McMillan press box on the campus of Grove City College for homecoming. It's been, not that every game isn't special, but we had the night game. Now we've got homecoming.
I know it's sometimes it works out that way. That a lot of times that those are the back-to-back home games, and you know, and then certainly senior day yet to come. So yeah, it's
to kick off. Shower and Ross deep for Grove City.
Andrew Shower back deep with Jacob Ross to take Mathias's kick, and over end. Ross at the 15, right up the field, 20, cuts back 25, evades the defender, knocked out of bounds near the 27-yard line. Close to being hit extra in that flag area, but no flag.
Thought maybe almost a face mask too earlier.
So 11:20 to play in the opening quarter. Wolverines have the football back, trying to get the offense going that has really been able to move the ball the last 2 weeks in the back-to-back victories.
Yeah. And again, the big punt return setting up the short field for Thomas More, the reason they were able to score here early on.
Labrie out of the pistol, Schools to his right, takes the snap, give it to Schools, trying to turn the corner, gets across the 30, and hammered down near the 31-yard line.
Schools on the run.
Schools will pick up a couple and bring up second down.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think sometimes you get down early and you think, well, we better start leaving what was worked for us, and I don't think so. I think they need to keep doing what they've been doing here.
Hard count by Labrie, now turns to the home sidelines. Again, great crowd coming out for homecoming this afternoon. 2 to the right, 1 to the left side. Penny Packer to the left. Give it to Schools. Running middle. Has a hole across the 35, down near the 37-yard line. And that'll leave them about 2.5 yards shy of the first down, with third down coming up.
It's a big play.
Schools on the run.
It's really important, I think, to convert this first down. Make sure you keep Thomas Moore's offense off the field. Keep your offense on the field.
37.
Third down and 2. Ball on the 37-yard line. Going to bring some extra size in there. Jared Reppert, the freshman fullback out of Grove City High School, going to line up as a wing.
I love it.
Reppert now going to go in motion, right to left. Labrie fakes the pitch. He's going to keep it. Fell forward. He was down, but he's also going to be about, I'd say, close to a yard shy of the first down. That maybe the first time we've really seen that true zone read look.
Yeah, that's a great catch by you.
2 yards to 39. First down.
Nice. That's a big first down, Mark.
So with the nose of the football, the Wolverine drive continues.
I don't ever root for you to be wrong, but I'm glad you were wrong that time. That was big.
Labrie checking with the sidelines. Gustafson, Grieco, Penny Packer, the 3 wide receivers. Reppert, the fullback, H-back on a wing to the right side. Going to lead the way. Labrie's going to keep it. Big hole across the 40. Evades the defender and slides down near the 46-yard line. Labrie showing you his running ability, career high in rushing yards last week.
Yeah, and that's, once you get a little bit confident with that, it's one of those things where it really adds something to your repertoire.
46.
Labrie 76 yards last week against Waynesburg. Really has started to add that as he gains experience in his first year as a starter.
Right.
Labrie out of the pistol schools. The tailback. He's going to get it up the middle. Back down across the 45. Down near the 43-yard line. It'll bring up third down and short for this Wolverine offense.
1 yard gain. Third down and 2 at the 47.
Spinoza, Fillers, Matthews, Sencho, Callahan. That offensive line up front opening up some holes for the Wolverines. Crowd getting loud on third down and 2.
Here we go. Another big play, Mark.
Reppert again in motion, right to left. Give it to Schools, and Wesley's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, knocked down for no gain. It'll be fourth down and 2.
On the tackle. No gain. 4th and 2.
I actually thought maybe there'd be some thought about.
Labrie gave the sidelines a long look, like let's go for it here, and then the special teams unit with break came on.
But quarterbacks always want to go for it.
Right.
Yeah, give me 4th and 7 from the 12, and they still want to go for it. But
Caleb Brake will handle the punting duty. Good snap. Brake gets away. Nice high, deep kick. Fair catch called for, but that is going to bounce into the end zone, out of the back of the end zone. A wind-aided punt there turns into a touchback.
do that every time. We saw what Thomas Moore's punt return team can do. To me, that short field that was set up was the whole thing on the last possession.
Boy, checking the weather before I made the drive over here, they said wind would be an issue throughout the valley, and it is definitely going to be a factor.
Oh yeah. Certainly, you think about it as the day kind of wears along here. It's gonna get worse, not better.
So here come the Saints, 1st and 10 from their 20. Split backs in a pistol backfield with Brendan Kuntz, the quarterback. Play fake, swing it to Pitts out of the backfield across the 20, dancing 25 across the 30. And we'll have to see where they mark Javier Pitts out of bounds. And just has that playmaking ability no matter how they get him the football. 5'8", 170 pounds out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and Mount Healthy High School.
I mean, he's one of those guys when you watch him, you just, try to imagine yourself tackling him. And it's like, how do you tackle him?
Wolverine showing pressure off the edge. Going to give it to Pitts again, running middle behind that big offensive line, and he'll get to the 36-yard line. Bring up second down and about 7 for Thomas Moore.
Boy, it'd be nice to get make a play right here. Force Thomas Moore into a 3rd and long.
Under 7 minutes to play. Thomas Moore 7, Grove City 0. Second down and 7 for Thomas Moore. Coots out of the pistol, hits the tailback, turns the ball over, firing underneath. Pass caught by the receiver, looking for the first down marker, and he's going to be close to the spot. Might be just a little shy.
Kuntz pass complete to Darrell Keels. Gain of 6. It is
The
third and
Grove City
1.
sideline, Mark. I don't know if you saw it. They were hopping around thinking that maybe they had forced a turnover, ripped the ball out of his hands. But instead, we got 3rd and inches here.
3rd down, less than 1. Extra wing back in there for Thomas More. Receiver going to go in motion. Give it to Pitts. He'll run it up the middle, and Pitts will have the first down shy of the 45-yard line. Needed about 1. Got close to 3.
Yeah. That's a great play when you're playing Pitts usually, but unfortunately, you know, he needs a 1 inch to get a first down. It's almost no play for that.
So 1st and 10 out to the Saints 45-yard line. Coots takes the snap, runs that option up the line. Going to toss it to the new tailback who checks in across the 50-45. Down near the 43-yard line, Luke Zajac, the 5'9" junior's the backup to Pitts out of Edgewood, Kentucky, in Dixie Heights High School.
12 yards to the Grove City 43.
Yeah, you look at some of his numbers too. He's a very good player too. He's not a backup in too many programs.
So 1st and 10, Thomas More. They will put trips to the left. Coots out of the pistol, play fake to the tailback Zajac. Running downfield, looking for a receiver who broke open, came back to the football, and made the catch. Tightrope on the sidelines.
I thought maybe he was out of bounds.
Wow.
Yeah, and Andrew Seaford had good coverage out there. He just didn't turn the head around in time. Had he kind of had that head on a swivel and looked back, he would have been able to swat it away.
It wasn't quite a back shoulder, but it was in that general area
Right.
where it was in the perfect spot. 1st and 10, ball to the 13-yard line for Thomas More. Coots out of the pistol, running backs right and left. Gonna give it to the tailback. That's Javier Pitts, who turns the corner left side and into the end zone for the 13-yard Thomas More touchdown.
You know, again, he's a guy. He doesn't need great blocking, but that was some great blocking there. Great trap block, opening that up. He's able to find a hole and then just get into the end zone, and he is a terrific player.
It came into today's game 730 yards on the ground, and Cole Mathias on to attempt the extra point. Snap down, extra point up, and the extra point this time banged up and good. 4:29 to play, opening quarter. Thomas More 14, Grove City 0. On the home of the Wolverines, 91-1 WSAJ.
My name is Dale Pazinski, and this is how I live United. I volunteer with United Way, helping the homeless in my community by teaching computer skills and helping them build a basic resume to save on their very own USB drive. It's huge when somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
The Saints and the Wolverines, Shower and Ross back to return this kick.
And it's certainly one of those things where, again, we've talked about, the history between these two teams, especially recently, as great as Thomas More has been. But we also talked about what has worked for Grove City the past couple of weeks. And, you don't want to abandon all that. You want to go, kind of continue your ball control offense and running schools along.
Ross at the 15-20, trying to turn the corner. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds shy of the 25-yard line. Was looking for that one extra block to try to turn that upfield.
Yeah, he needed one more. It would have been nice. It would have been nice to kind of get loose a little bit, get out towards the middle of the field here. That'd have been a good shot in the arm. But as it is, not terrible field position. They're going to start on their own 25 here. Be nice to see them get something going here offensively.
1st and 10, ball right at the 25-yard line. Gustafson, Penny, Packer, Grieco, the three receivers. H-back going to go in motion. Fake to Schools, Labrie rolling right. Looking downfield, firing downfield for Gustafson. Incomplete, but the flag comes out. Contact while the ball was in the air.
Yeah, and I definitely think, he just kind of brought him down, kind of tackled him as he was falling there. So
LeBree's pass incomplete.
there we go. Maybe that'll be the shot here that gets things going a little bit.
Down to the field, P.D. Harris is our official
Pass
today.
interference. Defense number 9. 15-yard penalty, previous spot. Penalty results in an automatic first down.
So the Wolverines get that first down, keep this drive going. Cody Gustafson, the freshman, leads the team in catches and yards, 23 and 334. Those 23 catches find him 5th in the conference.
Wow, yeah, that's not bad. He's having just a magical freshman year.
So they bring an extra receiver out, Cameron Drake, the 6'2 freshman from Central Valley High School in Monaca. First and 10, trips to the right. Gonna give it to Schools, trying to bounce it off tackle across the 45, down to the 47-yard line. That's where you're seeing the success of this offense, picking up good yards on first down.
That's it right there. That's who they are right there. That's who they've been these past couple of weeks, and that was really encouraging right there. Pick up 7 on a first down on exactly the kind of run the Schools has been having success with all year.
Second and a long 2. Again, trips right. Penny Packer singled up to the left. Schools now to the right of Randall LeBrie. LeBrie takes the high snap, turning, firing, has Cameron Drake. First down across the 50 and into Saints territory at the 48-yard line. Drake, the freshman, running that drag route, knowing he was going to get hit, but made the catch anyway.
Made the catch anyway, and he sure did get hit, but forward progress gives him the first down.
Into Saints territory at the 48-yard line. Twins to each side, LeBrie out of the pistol. Plenty of time on the play clock, now down under 20. Penny Packer, Grieco, Gustafson, Drake, the 4 wide receivers. Play fake, Schools, LeBrie, time of the pocket, breaks down, he's gonna run. Across the 45, stutter steps, and he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line, and there's the athletic ability of Randall LeBrie, and a nice gain again on first down.
Again, it's always a struggle for offensive coordinators to get running quarterbacks to not look to run too quickly. But I think in the case of LeBrie, we're almost working backwards. He's always been looking to pass. Now he's starting to get more confident in that run when things aren't open down the field.
Again, they'll keep the 4 receivers out there. H-back off the field on second down and 3. 2.5 minutes to play, opening quarter. LeBrie faked it to Schools, and LeBrie is going to be knocked down about a yard shy behind the line.
Maybe a little too confident there, right? that was probably when he took the ball right back from Schools. Probably would have been a few more yards there.
Third offensive series. How much is it? I mean, you throw the record out with Thomas More because of how good they've been, about just realizing, hey, we can move the ball against these guys.
Right, yeah, you can see. They have that little hop in their step right now. But, of course, a big third down play coming right here to stay on the field.
3rd and 5 for the Wolverines. 2 receivers go to each side. LeBrie out of the pistol, takes the snap. 2-step drop, steps up in the pocket, rolling to the right, hit from behind, and he'll go down back in Wolverine territory at the 48-yard line as the pocket collapsed around Randall LeBrie.
Yeah, he was making some hay there, dancing around, and he was buying some time, and he might have had a receiver there against the far sideline, but big number 40, Cody Coffey, he forgot about him. He kind of ran right back into him, and he was able to record the sack.
Drake will punt. Twin returner standing inside the 10-yard line for Thomas More. Good snap to Drake. Gets the kick away. This one off the side of his foot, a little wobbly. Saints are going to back away from it. And the Wolverines are going to let this ball continue to roll down to about the 16-yard line. So Thomas More with the 2-touchdown lead here in the opening quarter, and a minute 7 have the ball back.
Yeah, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for Thomas More here. So I think, again, you talk about that kind of that building that confidence as the game goes along here. Grove City College defense needs to get this O off the field themselves here.
Brennan Kuntz, the quarterback. Javier Pitts, the tailback, as they work out of the pistol. Stack two receivers to the far side of the formation. Give it to Pitts, running middle. And Pitts will bang across the 25 to the 23-yard line. And you look at the numbers, 5'8", 170, but he runs much more physical than 170.
Well, he runs physical like that. He's tough to bring down like he's a lot bigger than that, but he sure is, you know, shifty and quick the way you would expect somebody small like that. He really brings the best of both worlds.
New look for the Saints. Three running backs surrounding the quarterback, Brendan Kuntz. They'll move one into the flats. Kuntz play
Nice.
fake, hit and dropped in the backfield. And that is Caleb Allen, the senior from LaGrange, Kentucky, coming up from his DN spot to make the tackle for loss.
Yeah, that's what they call making a play right there. Just busted in there, unblocked, able to get to the quarterback and force a big 3rd and long here. Another one, a 3rd and 9 here. You still got to be on top of everything here.
They started the year playing a 4-3 based defense. We saw them play a lot more 3-4, and now it looks like they're into that 3-4 base that paid off there. At the end of one, it is Thomas More 14, Grove City 0. You're listening to the home of the Wolverines, 91.1 WSAJ.
Hey, is that a faucet running?
Nope, that's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest.
It is?
Yeah, forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink. The water comes straight from the forest to us. In fact...
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
How do trees clean the air?
They soak up the dirty air on their leaves, branches, and trunks, which means clean air for us.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yep, but the forest does more than give us clean air and water. It gives us shade for hot days, birds to listen to, and trees to climb.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be. Hey, let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Set to start the second quarter for the Wolverines, who have the football. 3rd down coming up for the Wolverine offense as they now move left to right to start this second quarter. The Saints offense.
Yeah.
I knew who had the ball. I was just making sure you did.
I did. Yeah, you caught me daydreaming for a second, but I did.
Kuntz out of the pistol, takes the snap, 3-step drop, turning, firing downfield, and the catch made by the receiver. Knocked out of bounds shy of the 25-yard line. And Brendan Kuntz has had an interesting year. One of their leading rushers, but 6 touchdown passes, 6 interceptions for the senior.
And I don't necessarily think that's his, that's his forte. He's not a guy that, it's all about sort of the statistics and putting up big numbers and things like that, passing the ball. He's just kind of your typical, athlete / game manager, and so that doesn't surprise me that much.
Matthias to punt. Caleb Ross back around his own 35-yard line to return the kick. Ross going to let it hit, and it's just going to take a Saints roll all the way inside the 10 and go out of bounds near the 7-yard line. And kind of in between the fair catcher what to do. And got caught looking up into the sun and just had to let it roll.
Yeah, let it roll, and then it took a great roll for Thomas More, a horrible roll for Grove City.
So they'll start at the 8-yard line. First quarter numbers, Schools, 6 carries, 18 yards. Labrie, 1 of 2, 5 yards through the air.
Yeah.
Break averaging about 45 yards per punt.
That right there, those 2 stats you just read, that they tell a lot, the whole story of how well Thomas More's defense has played here.
Labrie takes the snap, going to give it to Schools. Schools across the 10 out to the 12-yard line for a gain of about 4 on first down.
Yeah, that's a good start. You like those 4 or 5-yard pickups there on first down.
Reppert will check out. Cameron Drake, the freshman receiver, checking in.
4-yard gain to the 12. 2nd down and 6.
Twins to each side. Labrie out of the pistol. Now he'll move Schools to the right side. Play fake to Schools. Labrie back to pass. Time in the pocket. Firing for Drake. Middle and off the hands of the freshman. Incomplete at the 33-yard line.
He had to lead him. He had to lead him that much, or there was a chance it was going to get intercepted. So, see what we got here for the flag.
Personal foul. Illegal hands to the face. Defense, number 95.
That'll help.
It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Penalty results in an automatic first down.
So the second first down via penalty this afternoon for the Wolverines, and second penalty on Thomas Moore, who comes in leading the conference in penalties again.
Yeah, they usually do. That's just kind of their, a little bit like the LA Raiders of the conference, of the LA Raiders of the 70s.
Labrie out of the pistol. Scholes is the tailback. Trips left, single receiver right side. Looks like Cody Gustafson. High snap. Labrie going to grab it. He's going to try and turn the corner and run with it. And Labrie's going to be knocked down for about a half-yard loss. Bring up second down. And noticed early on, the Saints defenders were playing a little off. Here to start this second quarter, they've moved more into a press look.
Yeah, exactly. And again, that's not necessarily a call so much as it is a read. You know, you're just kind of playing, you're doing the flow of the game, and you start to do what you think you can get away with. And I think that's what's happening here with Thomas Moore.
Second down, 10. No gain on the play by Labrie. Play clock down under 10 seconds. Sophomore Labrie making start number 5 in his Wolverine career. Takes the snap. Steps back. Pocket collapses around him. He'll roll out to the outside, looking downfield. Firing downfield. Drake comes back to, that's Gustafson, who comes back and makes the catch around the 40-yard line. And that's just those reps and the experience between the two sophomores.
That's it. That's those two getting a little bit of chemistry between the two of them. Because you're exactly right. That was a great read by Gustafson to come back to him. Able to pick up that first down.
First down to the Wolverine 39-yard line. Gustafson, his team-leading 24th reception. Reppert in at a wing, out of that H-back spot where you can either line up tight end, fullback, wingback. Labrie takes the high snap, gives it to Scholes, breaks through the line across the 45, down to the 47-yard line, about a yard shy of another Wolverine first down.
Scholes on the run, brought down by Williams.
Well, we got no first down. Okay, they're going to say he's short.
Starting to see the offense gain more and more rhythm.
Yeah, they really are. They really, really are. 11:50 to go here in this second quarter. Thomas Moore up 14-0. Grove City really in a position where they need to get some points here.
Gustafson, Grieco, Penny Packer, the 3 wide receivers, freshmen and 2 seniors. Reppert goes in motion right to left. Now comes back. Give it to Scholes on the draw, handoff. He'll get across the 50 and have the Wolverine first down.
Yeah. Again, fresh set of downs, picking up some momentum.
Those are those tough, hard yards that you see the work and the strength that he has added to his game from last year to this.
Right. There were times last year against these better teams in the conference where he just kind of got swallowed up by these big defenders.
First and 10
Timeout for blood.
at midfield. Jeff Matthews coming to the sidelines for the Wolverines. Anthony Berardi, a freshman from New Wilmington, will check in. First and 10 at the 50. Labrie checking with the sidelines. Saints in that 4-man defensive front. Give it to Scholes. Scholes down near the 48-yard line. It's that tough defensive front where you've got those 4 guys up front, but if you can get through that initial wave, there's yards between the D-line and the backers.
Right. No question about that.
Reppert checks out. Cameron Drake in at wide receiver. Grieco will now move to the left side in the slot.
And I think exposing that has brought them a little bit of success here that they've had offensively.
So now they switch into a 2-man defensive front, and then the other 2 come up on the wings. Second down 8. Labrie back to pass, firing. Grieco makes the catch and is pounded on what looked to be a little bit of a high hit, but no flag.
Yeah, Chris Wolf, 6'2", 235, lowering the boom on Grieco, and to me, that's a highlight. That's on the highlight film, not because of the big hit and the stare down afterwards, but because he held on to the football.
Matthews back in, Berardi to the sidelines after one play. 3rd down, 1. Gustafson, Grieco, Pennypacker, your 3 wide receivers. Labrie takes the snap, gives it to Schools. 1st down and more, breaks through that first wave across the 35 and down to the 33-yard line. There's those yards in between that are there.
Yeah, they are. Nice blocking, too. Everybody got picked up. Everybody picked up who they needed to pick up there.
9:18 to play, first half. Thomas More 14, Grove City 0. Wolverines on the move. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Labrie checking with the sidelines. Play clock down to 15. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. High snap. Give it to Schools, looking for the block. Steps by the defender, turns the corner, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds after a short game.
It's so tough to get the edge against this team. Again, this is the 3rd or 4th time that I've called a game against Thomas More, and it's so tough to get the edge.
Have you noticed how they're playing press on the outside, but they're playing off in the slot, so there might be some underneath stuff.
Yeah, good catch.
Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Need to go call some plays, Mark.
Little slant underneath, maybe?
Yeah.
Labrie out of the pistol. Schools behind him. Play fake to Schools. Labrie looking for Gustafson. Double move down the sidelines, but the ball floated incomplete and out of bounds.
He had him. Yeah, the receiver Gustafson, he managed to get some separation there, but
3rd and 8 at the 31.
Starting to see the playbook opening up as the weeks go along, as this team kind of gets really together with a new quarterback leading the way.
Yeah, again, that's it's so different. It's even here down 14-0 with 8:09 to go in the 2nd quarter. It's such a different situation here with this team, right? Everything's at their disposal in the playbook.
3rd down and 8. Labrie back to pass. Looking for Pennypacker. Underneath, makes the catch at the 15-yard line. That ball could not have been thrown in a better spot.
Perfect. Nice little route run by Pennypacker. He was getting hounded and pounded on the whole way across, but somehow he was able to hang on. You can see Pennypacker make a catch and not have to get lambasted afterwards, too. He just got tackled. My goodness, he got destroyed 2 weeks ago every time he caught the ball.
6'2", 175-pound senior. 1st and 10 to the 15-yard line. Fake to Schools. Labrie try to flip it out to Grieco, and that ball just kind of sailed on the sophomore. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you can see Labrie kind of talking to Grieco there. I don't think Grieco agrees, but he wanted to throw it to him behind the line of scrimmage.
So this a long drive, 13 plays in for this Wolverine offense. Labrie, Schools, and a couple of the offensive linemen up checking with the sidelines. Typically, it's the 2 tackles that get up and always look over.
Right.
2 to the right, 1 to the left side. Give it to Schools up the middle, breaks through the first surge of defenders, and then he's going to be thrown down shy of the 5-yard line, and showing you that strength with speed combo there.
Yeah, it was a really nice cut there that he made to bounce out. Good tackle made by the edge by Thomas More to stop the touchdown. Here we go, though. 3rd down and 4, Mark. Big play here. You don't want to have to settle for a field goal try.
3rd and 4 for Labrie and the Wolverine offense. Schools to his left. Gonna give it to Schools. Wesley's gonna be hit right at the point of attack, knocked down for maybe a yard gain, and Decision time here, Chris.
Yeah.
Now, what do you do?
Schools on the run, brought down by
I'll be
Congress.
honest with you, and again, I'm not just saying it because it's easy for me from up here, but
No gain, fourth and four at the nine.
I just think you have to kick the field goal, get some points on the board, and keep yourself swimming. You know, keep yourself alive. Because if they come back and score, it's 21-0 all
Congress
of a
with 50
sudden.
field goal.
So yeah, this is a great
Howard
call.
Gustafson is the holder.
Causer on for his 5th field goal attempt. His 3 successful in 4 attempts puts him amongst the top kickers in the league, second with those 3 makes. Tyler Gustafson will hold. Ball on the 15. 25-yard field goal by Mitch Causer. Good with plenty of distance. His 4th field goal of the year with 6:04 to play first half. It is Thomas More 14, Grove City 3 on 91.1 WSHA.
I'm Martha Barnett.
And I'm Grant Barrett. On Away with Words, you're invited to talk about language.
We solve linguistic mysteries, play word games, and debate the finer points of grammar.
And you'll get fresh perspectives on pop culture, old sayings, regional expressions, books and writing, and slang.
Tune in to Away with Words Sunday afternoons at 3 on 91.1 WSAJ Grove City.
Long time consuming drive, Chris, by the Wolverines. 15 plays, 83 yards, over 8 minutes off the clock.
That's so awesome when you think about it. Again, you know, how do you stop Thomas Moore's offense? Keep them off the field. I mean, that's the best way to stop their offense. So not only do you keep their offense off the field for better than 8 minutes, you also get 3 points on the board.
Brake handling the kickoff duties this year, has the ball teed up at the 35-yard line. And returners back at about the 10. This one high, fair catch called for and made at about the 28-yard line. On the catch, that's Dalton Atkins, a senior tight end who immediately just called for the fair catch.
Yeah, I think that's, if you're Grove City, you're fine with that.
You've seen the abilities of their returners, so
no
yeah.
Kidding. Yeah, I think that's fine.
So 1st and 10 with the ball spotted at the 29-yard line. Brennan Kunitz, the senior quarterback, moves the tight end from right to left. Receiver from right to left goes in motion into the slot. Give it to the tailback running up the middle. That's the tailback, Zajac, 25. Gains of about 2. 2nd and 8.
You know, again, I keep kind of coming back to the same things, but it's almost like, you know, this is a really important drive, too, here against this very high-powered offensive team.
Official timeout.
Official timeout, all right.
Jaskar going to have to check out for one play. Replacing Jaskar, that's Sam Henson, the junior linebacker out of Seneca Valley. Second down, 6. Slot man goes in motion, now comes back. They're going to give it to Zajac once again, running middle, and then he is hit and stood up near that first down marker. I think he still might be a little shy.
Yeah. I think that was Patrick Mark. Yeah, Patrick Mark made that tackle. That was a big hit. 6'2", 285-pound freshman free safety.
First down for Thomas Moore.
Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, Wellington High School. He's someone that has really come on throughout his freshman year.
Yeah.
So they do get him the first down. So it is 1st and 10 for the Saints. Receiver in motion, right to left. Fake to Zajac. Kunitz firing downfield. Receiver slipped at the end of his route. That pass falls incomplete. Kyle Byer there in coverage.
Yeah, Jared Cook was the receiver out there. Yeah, you're right. He just slipped, and the ball was then thrown behind him. Had no chance of catching it, so. He's up a 2nd and 10 here. Be great to make a play, force a 3rd and long here.
New quarterback in there for the Saints now. Justin Post, the sophomore from Macedonia, Nordonia. Takes the snap, gives it on the handoff. And he's going to get just a couple on second down, bring up third down and long.
Yeah, here it is right here. This is the play.
Hits on the run, Armbark on the tackle. 2-yard gain to the 41. It is 3rd and 8 for Thomas More.
So it brings up third down and 8.
Jaskar back in, Mark.
Good to see him back in. Second leading tackler in the President's Athletic Conference. Host, the quarterback, turns it over, looking downfield, pass deflected away by Ross, incomplete. Receiver for the Saints looking for the flag, but there's none.
Right. I tell you what, it looked to, didn't it look like that pass was a little bit, not faster, that's probably not the right word exactly, but it was just a little bit too, he turned, ran his route, and the ball was on him going 100 miles an hour, and he just wasn't, almost looked like he was mad at the quarterback, didn't it?
Ross will return the punt from Cole Mathias. Ross at his own 10-yard line. Another stop for this Wolverine defense. Kick away. Ross, fair catch. Makes it at the 16-yard line. When you go back to finish that drive, you talk about this secondary. 3 fourth-quarter interceptions last week.
Yeah.
They have really grown as the weeks have gone on.
They really have. Yeah, they're getting confident. They're getting, kind of getting up to speed is kind of the old-fashioned expression to it. And, sometimes that is a misused expression, but in this case, they are literally getting up to speed.
So 1st and 10, 16-yard line for this Wolverine offense. 4:13 to play. Thomas More 14, Grove City 3. Labrie out of the pistol, takes the snap. Play fake to Schools. Looking for Gustafson between defenders, leaps up and can't hold on to the football at the 31-yard line. And again, a well-thrown football where only Gustafson's going to make that play.
Right. Would have been interesting to see if he would have come down with it, if they'd have called him in, if he would have been in or not.
Inside Judge coming in right there on the incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. 4:08 to play in the half. Wolverines going into the win here in the second quarter. Trips left, one receiver right side. Labrie standing in, firing underneath. Grieco makes the catch at the 20 to the 21-yard line. Been a quiet senior year so far for Gabe Grieco, but you're looking for that breakout performance out of the slot.
Yeah, and he's someone that the defense always has to pay attention to. So when he doesn't make the catch, that might mean that somebody else does, because somebody's paid attention to him,
3rd down and 4, out to the 22-yard line. Grieco going to go in motion left to right. Line up in a diamond formation. Grieco, the underneath receiver, behind him and incomplete. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 4.
Yeah, you could tell from LaFoon's reaction that he just didn't throw the ball he wanted to throw.
It is 4th down for the Wolverines. Break the punt.
So still a lot of time for Thomas More. I was hoping at least one more first down. So Thomas More is going to get the football back here with 3:27 to go in this second quarter.
Winkler back to return this punt along with Jared Cook. Drake grabs the snap, gets his foot into this one, end over end. Running fair catch called and made into Wolverine territory about the 48-yard line by Jared Cook.
All right, so here we go. Still 3:22 on the clock here. So this Grove City College defense that has been fantastic after the first 2 drives of the game, one of them on a short field, going to be asked to keep Thomas More out of the end zone here for a 3rd time with 3:22 to go here in this half.
We'll see who comes out at quarterback for this series. Looks like it is Brendan Kuntz after we saw Justin Post on that last drive. A little bit of confusion in the setup for Thomas More. Now they're ready to go. Kuntz back to pass, gave it to Pitts, flipped it to the receiver, back to Kuntz. Down.
Wow. Going with a little trickeration there. You can see that that's the last thing Grove City was expecting. Sold really well, too. And then flipped back to Kuntz, and Kuntz able to find the receiver wide open down the field.
4 different offensive players touched that football on that play. That results in a big touchdown for Thomas More. Snap down, kick on the way, and the St. extra point is good by St. Jack. 3:21 to play first half. Thomas More 21, Grove City 3 on 91.1 WSAJ.
Dear John, I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is serious, and I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to when you checked on me? I don't want to leave, but remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range today. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
3:12 to play first half. 21-3. Thomas More leading Grove City on homecoming as the sun doing a good job to fight its way through the early cloud cover.
Yeah. Here we go. So Wolverines. The bad news is Thomas More scored. The good news is it only took him 10 seconds to score. So Grove City will have lots of time.
Ross and Shower back deep. Ross gonna let this one sail over his head into the end zone for the touchback. No time off the clock, and the Wolverine offense will have the full 3:12 and all 3 of their timeouts.
Yep.
The kickoff goes into the end zone. It is a touchback. Grove City will begin the drive first down and 10 at the 25-yard line.
You think about so many of those things that worked well for Grove City on that 8-minute scoring drive. You can maybe put some things together here. The problem is, yeah, there's lots of time with 3:12 left, but still, this is not necessarily a team that you're going to get big plays against.
2 to the right, 1 to the left for the Wolverine offense. Ruppert in motion to the right side. Now back to the left. Give it to Schools. Schools going to be hit after a 1-yard gain to the 26, 2nd and 9.
Schools on the run.
And you can see the Thomas More defense just kind of pinning their ears back now.
1-yard gain.
Ruppert will check out. Cameron Drake, the freshman wide receiver, back in. .247 to play. Rolling clock here. Second quarter. Back to pass, finds Gustafson underneath, made the first man miss for a moment, and falls forward across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
So what do we got? We got about a 3rd and 2.5 or 3 here, Mark. Yeah.
Catch number 25 for the
3rd and 2. Okay.
Freshman receiver. Labrie really running that hard count. Now checks with the sidelines. Trips left. Gustafson to the right. Labrie with the football. Timing ball downfield, looking for Pennypacker, and knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, just completely blanketed there by Steven Everson out there. The D-back, so no chance for Pennypacker.
Broken up by Everson. 4th down for Grove City.
So on 4th down and 2, Caleb Brake will come on to punt the ball away.
Remember, Thomas More only needing 10 seconds to score their last touchdown. Going to get the football back here with probably about, minute 45 or 50 left. It's 2:01 now on the punt.
Brake standing at about a 17-yard line. Good snap, good kick, end over end. Fair catch called for and made by Thomas More. Once again, that's Jared Cook back there in his punt return duties.
Here we go. Big
Thomas More takes over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You'd hate to play 27 good minutes against this team and then, let things really kind of fall apart here in the last couple. So big moment right here in this game.
Now this is a difficult time frame where they know they're also going to get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Right. Yeah, good point.
Brendan Kunitz remains at the quarterback spot. He'll fake the ball to Pitts. Now rolling out, firing downfield. Receiver tried to make a catch, and Patrick Mark just jarred that loose and incomplete.
Big time play there from Patrick Mark. Pitts was just, he was going to go up. You know he was going to make that catch. That's what Pitts does, is he makes plays. But Mark separating him there from the ball, and that's two of those, Mark. But remember 2 weeks ago I was mad about both calls that for hard hits in the secondary. That one now, that's 2-1 on each team now that wasn't called this week. I'm liking that.
Second down 10, 1:46 to play in the half. Kunitz has trips to his right. Quick toss underneath to the receiver, and Byer comes up, makes a nice catch right at midfield. Or, excuse me, a nice tackle at the 50-yard line for the senior Kyle Byer.
Really nice tackle, too, because he had a full head of steam. Had Byer not made that tackle, or the receiver would have been able to kind of high step over that, he probably would have run for another 20 yards.
Third down 3. Give the ball to Pitts. Pitts hit at the point of attack and is able to push the pile forward and should have a first down.
Down to minute 10 here. This clock seems to be moving at a glacier pace here.
Colby Pratt in at corner for the Wolverines after the early injury to Jackson McFall. Kunitz back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, looking to run, gets across the 45, 40, 35, and run out of bounds. Spot him all the way up at the 30-yard line. Almost was a hesitant run.
Yeah, he didn't want to
by
run.
the quarterback.
Right? You could see he's limping a little bit. Something happened when he came out for the series. He's limping a little bit, but sure didn't bother him there, man. running when all of his receivers were covered and things broke down, he just took off and kind of glided out of bounds for a first down pickup.
Trips right, tight end left. Kunitz back to pass, stepping up, one-on-one coverage to the outside, ball looped into the end zone for a Thomas More touchdown.
Yeah, Dalen Garland. That would be a horrible feeling, to be matched up with Garland out on the edge there, and then realize as the ball's in the air that it's just you. It's just you out there against him, because he made that double move, and I don't think there's too many people in the President's Athletic Conference that he's not going to get open against there.
Matthias on for the extra point. Snap a little low, he gets it off and gets the kick up and in. 28 seconds to play in the half. Excuse me, 39 seconds to play in the half. 28-3. Thomas More will keep it right here. The Wolverines are going to get the ball back with all 3 timeouts, and it's really going to depend on the kickoff, what you see them do.
Right, I agree. Yeah, totally agree. Again, you know, they were kind of being conservative, keeping things close to the vest, so to speak, earlier, but you know, now all of a sudden you're down 28-3. You can take a few more gambles.
Coming up at halftime, the Wolverine marching band and the crowning of the homecoming court. We'll have that live for you at halftime. Shower and Ross back deep, senior and sophomore. Ball teed up at the 35-yard line for Cole Matthias, the sophomore kicker. Saints roster players from all over the Midwest.
Yeah.
Ross has that one go over his head into the end zone for a touchback out to the 25, and the winds have really picked up, especially when you're kicking the ball from right to left.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the American flag in the opposite corner of kind of the track there. It's you know, looks like it's on the hull of a ship out at sea. It's blowing so hard.
Yeah, fully stretched out.
Fully stretched out, yeah.
So 1st and 10 for LeBrie and the Wolverines.
The deck of the ship, I mean. the hull. I guess if it was in the hull, it wouldn't be getting any of the wind.
Labrie takes the snap. Going to give it to Schools. Try to cut back. Got back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 30 seconds to go in the half.
Schools on the run.
Running clock.
Tackled by Steinmetz. No gain. 2nd down.
Wolverines next week on the road. 1 o'clock kickoff at Westminster. Give it to Schools again. Schools across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Will bring up 3rd down, but that is going to be final play of the first half here on Homecoming at the break. Thomas More 28, Grove City 3 on 91.1 WSAJ.
Check her out. Oh, man.
I like that.
When young men turn 18, they think they know a lot about the facts of life. But there are a few more facts they need to know. Fact, you have to register with Selective Service when you turn 18. It's the law. Fact, registration keeps you eligible for government jobs and student loans. Fact, it's easy to register. Just visit sss.gov or any post office. Register with Selective Service when you turn 18. It's the law. And that's a fact.
Halftime here at Robert E. Thorne Field, and the Saints of Thomas More with a 28-3 lead, Chris.
Yeah, Thomas More scoring on their first 2 possessions and their last 2 possessions. You know, in between, certainly Grove City defense making some good stands and doing some good things. A great scoring drive for the Wolverines in the 2nd quarter, chewing up 8 minutes and getting a field goal. But those 2 field goals at the end of the half really changing the nature of this game. I'm thinking just 3.5 minutes to go in the half. I'm thinking, okay, they get into that locker 14-3. They can continue to kind of work this game plan. Who knows? But, boy, now they got a big hill to climb as the Saints were able to score on their last 2 possessions.
Halftime entertainment here at Robert E. Thorne Field is the Wolverine Marching Band. We will follow that up with the crowning of the homecoming court here this afternoon. And for your halftime entertainment, it is the Wolverine Marching Band.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Grove City College Wolverine Marching Band's performance. The Marching Wolverines comprise the largest student organization on campus and are excited to perform for you today. The band will explode with a powerful Spanish arrangement by Jay Dawson. Please hold on to your hats as the band gets ready to perform Estancia. Next up, we perform a tune made famous by the American rock band Fall Out Boy. This arrangement, hailed as a sports anthem for our time, is nothing short of bombastic. Featuring trumpet duo David Jeffries and Christopher Woolard, we invite you to experience the uncompromising sound of the Grove City College Marching Wolverines as we get ready to light 'em up. Our next selection features all of our standout groups, including our Silk Line, Majorettes, and Dance Line. Made popular by Enrique Iglesias, this chart-topping tune includes rhythms from Lionel Richie's All Night Long. Feel free to dance, sing, and clap along with the Grove City College Marching Wolverines as they perform the hit single, I Like It. This year marks the 500th anniversary of the Reformation. To celebrate this momentous event, the band will perform what is certainly one of the most well-known hymn tunes of all time. The band thanks you for your unwavering support of music and closes out their performance with a beautiful and stunning arrangement by Roland Barrett, A Mighty Fortress. gentlemen, the 2017 edition of the Grove City College Wolverine Marching Band.
Wolverine Marching Band entertaining us here at halftime as the halftime festivities continue, as they will make their way off the field here at Robert E. Thorne Field. Coming up in moments, we will have the crowning of the homecoming court as homecoming 2017 continues here at Robert E. Thorne Field. Down to the field for the announcements of the homecoming court.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to Homecoming 2017. To everyone sitting here in the stands, to those tuned in on 91.1 WSAJ, and those tuning in worldwide via Facebook. Now it's time to crown the Homecoming King and Queen for 2017. Please join me first, welcoming back the 2016 Homecoming King and Queen, James Leach and Kaylee Strawn. Now let's take a moment and recognize our court as they make entrance to the field. First up, Olivia Burge, escorted by Jonathan Dabbs. Sienna Daisy, escorted by John Bissett. Elena Kimple, escorted by Blake Bear. Rachel Mee, escorted by Tom Miller. And Darla Mooney, escorted by Alex Moldovan. All right, folks, we ready to crown a homecoming king and queen? Band, are you ready? All right. Let's crown the 2017 homecoming king. Dr. Pisano, drum roll, please. Jonathan Dabbs. And now, ladies and gentlemen, join us in congratulating the 2017 homecoming queen, Dr. Pisano, drum roll. Olivia Burge. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The homecoming king and queen, Jonathan Dabbs and Olivia Burge. Thank you for joining us at Homecoming 2017 at Grove City College.
Thank you, Darren. We'll take a break, come back, and get this second half underway on Homecoming on the home of the Wolverines, 91.1 WSAJ.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, please, have a seat.
So here's the thing. When this company brought you on, we took a chance on you. You didn't have that 4-year college degree we typically look for.
Right.
But we gave you a shot anyway. And since then, you've worked incredibly hard and given it your all.
Thanks.
You've been an important asset to the team, but I don't think you can be an intern here anymore. We want to hire you.
You're serious?
Absolutely.
Find your next great employee. Introduce yourself to the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
I won't let you down.
I know.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? When a tornado is tearing through town? Or a hurricane strikes? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. And it's not always as simple as using your cell phone. That's why now is the time to take action. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Getting set for the start of the third quarter here at Robert E. Thorne Field. Mark Means, Chris Birch with you for another Wolverine football game here at Homecoming. First half numbers for the Wolverines. Wesley School, 17 carries, 59 yards. Randall LeBrie through the air, 6 of 12 for 53 yards. Leading receivers, Gabe Rico, Cody Gustafson, each with a pair of catches. Matt Pennypacker with 1 for 16. Leading tacklers in the game, Kyle Beyer and Carl Jaskar with 4 apiece.
Yeah, again, one interesting thing, Mark, here is looks like LeBrie has switched from number 2 to number 6 at halftime here, so kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely him. We're told by Todd Gibson, Ryan Briggs and company that they don't know why the switch was made, but that you could definitely look at it warming up down there. That's LeBrie is definitely wearing number 6.
I wonder if something happened to the jersey.
Yeah, it must have been, yep.
Those beautiful new Under Armour jerseys.
Right. Of course. Taking 5 minutes to explain this to a radio audience is probably not the smartest thing we've ever done. But so yeah. So. Yep.
So Randall LeBrie again will wear number 6 for the Wolverines here in this second half. Thomas More won the toss, deferred, so the 28-3 lead, they will have their hands on the football first.
Yeah, and again, that's what we talked so much about it, you know, that TM scoring those last 2 touchdowns. Now they're going to get the football first here, so imperative, obviously, for the Grove City College defense to step up big here.
Javier Pitts back to return this kick. Look at it from his own 1. Cuts to the far side, across the 10, 15. Across the 20, stutter steps to the 25, and he's going to go all the way down near the 30-yard line, and that is where Thomas More will have it, 1st and 10.
Thomas More takes over 1st down and 10
all right.
30.
So here we go. Yeah, sun out full, Mark. Now it's we were talking about the sun peeking out through the cloud cover before. Now it's completely sun splashed here today.
Saints will go against the wind here in this third quarter, right to left. Excuse me, left. I'm all turned around today. I don't know what's going on. Left to right.
Left to right, yeah.
I haven't had my history lesson yet. I'm kind of thrown off.
You know, I got a lot on Thomas More. I'm saving him.
First play of the third quarter is a little toss to the tailback, and he's able to fall on the loose football for Thomas More. That is Luke Zajac.
Fumble on the play recovered by Thomas More.
Loss of close to 5.
Also 4 yards to the 26. 2nd and 14.
All right, so Good, certainly a good start here to get off the field here. I want to be selfish here. I want a 3 and out. 3 and out and a shanked punt, Mark. That's what I want to start here.
Loss of 4 officially, 2nd and 14. Brennan Kunitz, the quarterback. 3-step drop, turns, fires, comeback route, catch made, receiver breaks the tackle across the 40, 45, 50, across the 45, and knocked down by Ross across the 45, and down to the Wolverine 40-yard line.
A touchdown saving tackle there, certainly by Jacob Ross. Yeah. Thomas More just makes plays, don't they? You know, they're in 3rd and long situation. They just remember certainly all the years of calling games against seeing Thomas More. That's what they do.
Kunitz out of the pistol, hits the tailback. Give it to him on a straight handoff. He's going to be knocked down at the line and pushed back forward. Major college football, big upset. Iowa State beats Oklahoma today in Norman.
Wow.
Loss of a yard.
I'll refrain from reminding you of the ramifications for that for your favorite team.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
No.
Does not help them at all. Loss of 1, officially 2nd down and 11. Saints resetting the offense with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pitts is the tailback, about 3 yards now behind Brennan Kuntz, the quarterback. 5-step. Kunitz firing middle, and that pass is caught between defenders and into the end zone for the Thomas More touchdown. Logan Winkler, the junior wide receiver.
That was a complete display of efficiency there by the Thomas More offense. And we got an injured player for Grove City. That's not good. Is that Kobe Pratt?
Trying to get a number.
Looks like 6, I think it is. I think it's Pratt.
Pratt was in for the injured Jackson McFall in the first half.
Wow, yeah.
So Pratt being attended to at about the 22-yard line after the long touchdown pass for Thomas More. Both teams will make their way to their respective sidelines. Now looks like Kobe is up and walking to the near sidelines.
Yeah, again, don't like to guess, but just kind of looking what he's working there. It looks like again a shoulder, same thing that McFall hurt.
So on for the extra point is Cole Mathias, the sophomore place kicker for Thomas More.
Mathias to attempt the conversion.
Snap down, extra point by Mathias is up, and the kick is good. 12:54 to play, 3rd quarter. Thomas More 35, Grove City 3 on 91.1 WSAJ.
Adopt US Kids presents multiple choice parenting.
You've messed up your daughter's haircut. Do you A, get spiritual?
Mom, where's the mirror?
Beauty is within. Oh.
B, find the positives?
Less time blow drying, more time texting?
Or C, show empathy?
Mom, you really don't have to.
Twinsies.
I kinda love it. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Shower and Ross back to return this kickoff from Thomas More with 12:54 to play in this afternoon's 3rd quarter.
A decision to Bethany in the first match of the afternoon. Mathias to kick off.
Fall sports for the Wolverines in full effect. Getting some updates from Sports Information Director Ryan Briggs between plays.
Yeah, nice win for the volleyball team, women's volleyball team, defeating St. Vincent today.
Shower across the 10. 15 cuts outside to the 20. Stutter steps across the 25 and goes out of bounds across the 25-yard line. Senior Andrew Shower on the return.
Yeah, good to see him. Getting some work. He's a senior, had a nice career here, and gets Grove City some pretty good field position here. 12:45 to go here in this 3rd quarter.
And for just joining us, Randall Labrie wearing number 6 here in the 2nd half. First and 10 for this Wolverine offense. High snap. LeBree's going to keep it, try to run it off the outside, and slides down, looking for the flag after he slid in to give himself up, and the flag came in after the play from the referee.
Yeah, that's good. Good again. LeBree has, he's worn number 2. He has been number 2 here. So.
Tackle, defense number 94. 15-yard penalty added on to the end of the play. Penalty results in an automatic first down.
That's great. Okay, good start here for the Wolverines, but LeBree wearing number 6 here, able to get into the secondary, and defensive back able to tackle him, but had to horse collar him and bring him down.
Third penalty for a total of 45 yards on Thomas More. Wolverines yet to be penalized. LeBree takes the snap. Quick pass on the out route. Receiver makes the catch. It is knocked down in his tracks after about a 5-yard gain. That's Gustafson again on the reception. His third catch, giving him 26 on the year.
He's just had a fine freshman year. It's amazing. Got a great chemistry there with his quarterback.
So one receiver will go right, 2 to the left side. Reppert in motion. But to Schools, bouncing it outside across the 40, 35. And down near the 34-yard line. That'll be the longest run from scrimmage for the Wolverines, and a first down.
Brought down by Hansel and Lammers.
Really nice. Be really a momentum builder for Grove City to be able to get a touchdown here. Kind of change the complexion of the way everybody's feeling about this game here with lots of time left to go.
LeBree, 3-step drop, firing, high ball juggled and dropped by Grieco at the 23-yard line, incomplete. Second down and 10.
He threw it high, so Grieco had to go up to get it, and when he went up to get it, Thomas More, linebacker there, sir, defensive lineman Sam Borst, able to just separate him from it.
So second down and 10. One receiver right, 2 to the left side. LeBree has Schools to his left. Going to toss the ball to Schools, looking for a block from Grieco, able to turn the corner for going out of bounds across the 30 and near the 27-yard line.
11:17 to go here in this game.
Big block from Grieco, enabled Schools to turn that corner and get the 7 yards he did.
We've seen that from Grieco a lot in his career, where he's gone out and made those blocks out there for people. A little bit like kind of the Hines Ward role.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. That's Pennypacker. LeBree out of the pistol, play fake to Schools, looking for Pennypacker, wide open on the double move and into the end zone for the Wolverine touchdown.
Yeah, great, really well executed, nice double move by Pennypacker. Great ball thrown there by Randall LeBree. Grove City on the scoreboard.
Randall LeBree's third touchdown pass of the year for the sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, just continues to get better and more confident. And
Causer to attempt the conversion.
Mitch Causer on for the attempt for the Wolverines. Line to the left. Snap low. Causer gets the kick up, and the extra point is good. So Causer a perfect 13 for 13 and extra points, and with 10:46 to play third quarter. Thomas More 35, Grove City 10 on 91.1 WSAJ.
Dad, this is fun. I didn't think I liked kayaking.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, but I think it's time to head back in.
Okay. Can we come back?
Sure. Hey, be careful getting out of the boat.
It's a kayak, Dad.
I'm gonna return the kayak.
Can we walk home?
How about a taxi?
It's a short fare from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a neighborhood park or green space near you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
Wolverines respond with a touchdown pass from Randall LeBrie to Matt Pennypacker, the senior's 23rd catch of the year. And he gets into the end zone on a really nicely run route.
Yeah, and now the defense has to come out and do the job, because remember now it's 3 consecutive possessions that Thomas More has scored on. So the defense can come out and get a stop. The offense now completely in rhythm here for Grove City.
Breaks kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. No return that time. And Thomas More out to the 25-yard line.
What Thomas More has been able to do here offensively on these 3 possessions is they've just kind of spread things out a little bit. They've gotten the ball out to their playmakers, and their playmakers have picked up big chunks of yards. And Grove City defense just kind of been on their heels as a result.
Marcus Woodford, the freshman from Penns Valley, now checks in at a corner spot, replacing Kobe Pratt. Wolverine showing some pressure off the edge. Going to give the ball to the tailback. That is Javier Pitts. And Pitts across the 30 to the 31-yard line. He'll gain about 6, 2nd and 4.
Gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 for Thomas More.
He's the difference though right there between, you know, a lot of these teams in the conference, and this Thomas More team Pitts is the real deal.
So 2nd and 4. Receiver going to go in motion into the slot. Give it to Pitts once again, and he'll search for it. Have the first down across the 35 near the 38-yard line.
Yeah, picked up, so he was able to.
Pitts on the run. Gain of 7.
Pitts came into the afternoon, Chris, with well over 700 yards in their 5 games.
No, it's amazing. He's a special player. There's no question about it. Working on about 50 yards rushing today now so far.
Conto showing pressure off the edge. Little dump pass over the middle, incomplete off the intended receiver's hands, and then Patrick Mark made sure that pass fell incomplete.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 at the 38.
Yeah, Mark did a nice job getting the hands out there in front of him. It was a hard hit, but the difference between that hit and a penalty is the fact that Mark was able to get the hands out there instead of leading with the helmet.
2nd down and 10, 9:42 to play, 3rd quarter. Trips right. Zajac now into the backfield. Fake it to him. Flip it underneath. Receiver looked upfield. Didn't have the football. And the pass falls incomplete. Trying to get the ball to Darrell Keels, the senior wide receiver out of Louisville. 3rd down coming up.
Big play here. Get him off the field and get out there.
Zajac will remain at tailback. Twins to each side. Kunitz out of the pistol. Five-step drop. Pressure, rolling out, looking downfield, firing downfield into double coverage. And the pass incomplete, and will bring up 4th down.
What a great job out there by the Grove City defensive backs. You talked about it, Mark, earlier. But just a great job. Great job by Kyle Byer. Several other guys, too. They just keep playing, you know. It's 35-10 here with 9:31 to go in this 3rd quarter. Man, are they still playing hard back there in the defensive secondary for Grove City.
So 4th down and 10. Ross will return the punt. Mathias handles all the kicking duties. Rush on. He gets it away. Wobbly end over end kick. Ross catches it on the run across the 35 and then hammered out of bounds. And a flag comes in at the end of the play, and a 2nd flag comes in. Some unnecessary roughness down there. I don't even know if it was on Ross. It might have been on a blocker.
Yeah.
So this potentially the 4th penalty, if it is against Thomas More, on the Saints.
At the conclusion of the play, dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on Thomas Moore, 15-yard penalty. Grove City keep the ball first down.
Chris, that's their 4th penalty, all of 15 yards.
Yeah, that's pretty significant right there. And again, it's you know, one of those things where
First down and 10 to Thomas Moore, 48.
Grove City, it's certainly benefited Grove City every time.
LeBrie takes the snap. Going to give it to Schools. Stutter steps 50, 45, 40 down the sidelines to about the 37-yard line, and a little momentum behind the Wolverine offense.
Offensively, they're really they've played well here. Late second, early third quarter.
Schools on the run. Gain 11, first down, Grove
So
City.
Schools picks up 11. Right around 70 yards rushing for Schools so far today. Looking for that 3rd straight 100-yard game.
Great to get him over 100, yeah.
To give it to Schools again, cutting left between the hashes across the 35 to the 33-yard line.
On the run. Tackled by Jewett.
And of a close to 4, 2nd down and 6, 8:30 to play, 3rd quarter. Thomas Moore 35, Grove City 10. LeBrie back to pass underneath the Gustafson, knocked away and incomplete at the 30-yard line. Defensive back timed that one well to get the hand in between the 2 hands of Gustafson.
Yeah, really well defended there, no question about it.
Saints will take out a defensive lineman, bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down and 6. Grove City counters with Cameron Drake and wide receiver. Twins to each side, Penny, Packer, Grieco, Drake, and Gustafson. LeBrie out of the pistol, Schools to his right. 5-step drop. Randall feeling the pressure, looking to run, gets across the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. He's going to be close to 2 yards shy of the first down.
What do you think here?
I think they're going to keep the offense out there.
No question. Yep, here we go.
4th and 2. 2 receivers again to each side. Here comes the Wolverine crowd. 7:50 to play, 3rd quarter. LeBrie takes the snap. Going to roll to the right. Eyes downfield. Now looking back left. Firing end zone and overshooting Penny Packer at the goal line. Incomplete.
Penny Packer had him. He made the move and had him for a second, but really tough to make that throw on the run like that.
And that cross-body throw is one of the more difficult for any quarterback at any level.
Yeah.
So the turnover on downs gives the Saints the football back with 7:37 to play in the 3rd quarter.
7:30, like you said, 7:37 here to go in this 3rd quarter. Thomas Moore scoring on 3 consecutive possessions, the last 2 of the first half and the first one of the second half, but stopped the last time by Grove City. Let's see if they can do it again.
Kunitz out of the pistol. Gives the ball to Pitts. Across the 35, pushing the pile down near the 37, 38-yard line. Going to be 2nd down and about 1.
Yeah, Pitts turns plays that you think are going to be big losses and big gains.
2nd and 1 at the 38.
He hasn't put up huge numbers running the football, but made plays when he touches it. He'll get it again, running off the left side. Has the first down, and then he is hit by Byer and Conto and knocked back after he got the first down yardage.
In at 5, first down Thomas Moore. 1st and 10 at the 43.
So out to the 43-yard line, it is a first down for Thomas Moore. Kunitz out of the pistol. 2 receivers, then a wing right. Going to give it to the tailback, twisting his way across the 45, down to the 46-yard line.
Haley on the stop.
That's Dylan Powell.
Gain of 3 to the 46. Second and
His
7
first
for
carry,
Thomas
5'10",
Moore.
215-pound running back out of Independence, Kentucky. Like Zajac now and in the backfield.
Wow.
Give it to the ball carrier again. Straightforward, excuse me. That is Powell again on the run. And he'll have a Thomas Moore first down.
Yeah, Thomas. We haven't talked about Thomas Moore's offensive line yet much today, but boy, as this game has gone along, they're like the pitcher, the proverbial pitcher that gets stronger. They are really starting to get a good push at the line of scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 45 of the Wolverines. Play fake. Kunitz with the football. Jaskar running him down from behind, fires downfield, running back makes the catch off the wheel route. Down inside the 25, near the 22-yard line.
Kuntz's pass complete to Powell.
Yep, just that little wheel out there. Kunitz doing a nice job just kind of rolling out, buying time, and then threw a perfect pass right into the basket.
Zajac checks into the backfield now on first and 10 at the Wolverine 23-yard line. They give it to Zajac running up the middle, and he'll get across the 20 and down near the 19-yard line.
Zajac on the run. Taco by Quanto.
Again, we've talked about Zajac several times today. 5'9", 205-pound junior. He is as good as anybody else's starter. He just is behind one of the best players in the conference in Javier Pitts.
Gain of 4, second and 6 with 5 minutes to play, third quarter. Two backs now in the backfield next to Kunitz, both to his left. Receiver in motion, left to right. Going to give it to Zajac again, and he hammers down across the 15 to the 13-yard line.
Zajac on the run.
4:40 to play, third quarter, 35-10, Thomas Moore.
Yeah, again, what we're still seeing in this drive is, what's really characterized this drive has been the surge by the Thomas Moore offensive line.
One receiver to the right, two go to the left. Again, two backs in that pistol formation next to Brennan Kuntz, the senior quarterback. Play clock down to 15, turns back to the field. 5-step drop. Throwing the slant over the middle. Luke, a little too tall and incomplete. Good coverage downfield by the Wolverines.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that's how Garland's the one that got his hand on it. I'm not sure that's who he was throwing it to. I think he actually may have been throwing it to Pitts in the middle of the end zone.
4th and 1, and Thomas Moore going to leave the offense on the field. Woodford going to jog off. Jacob Ross checks back in. Give it to Zajac on the run up the middle, and this is going to be close. He may have the first down.
It looked like they had him stopped, but then he just kind of kept the feet churning and kept going. And
Reed and Henson on the tackle.
Waiting for the spot. And I think they're going to bring out the chains, Chris.
Yep.
I haven't seen a lot of that this year.
No, it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Twice all year, 2-3 times all year.
And Wolverines on the road next week at Westminster for a 1 o'clock kickoff. That is followed by the open day and then consecutive home games here at Robert E. Thorne Field, October 28th, 1:30 against Geneva, and November 4th against Bethany, also at 1:30.
All right.
And the Wolverine defense has held.
4:01 to go in this third quarter, Mark. It's 35-10. Grove City, all kinds of momentum after making that big play right there. You can tell the Grove City sideline, their blood's up a little bit.
Thomas Ellis, freshman, wearing 94 in there at defensive tackle, came off the field pumping his
Yeah,
fist.
he's fired up about making that play, but if Grove City can get points on the board here, if they can score here, then all of a sudden you're talking about a different football game.
So it is 1st and 10. Wolverines have got the football.
1st down and 10 for Grove City. The ball's at the 13-yard line.
At the 13-yard line. LeBrie going to work out of the pistol. Schools next to him. Reppert, the H-back, will line up in a wing to the right side. So we got Penny Packer, Grieco, and Gustafson, your 3 wide receivers on 1st and 10. 4:01 to play in the quarter. LeBrie back to pass, firing deep for Penny Packer, makes the catch, and he's knocked down at the 50-yard line. Matt Penny Packer with another big catch. They'll mark it in Thomas More territory at the 49.
Yeah, ran a really sharp route. Got his hips to the inside of the defensive player. And LeBrie delivering another perfect pass.
Jay DeMarsha, senior corner, lost his helmet on that play. He'll have to check out for 1 snap of the football. LeBrie and the Wolverines right back to the line. Play fake to Schools. LeBrie stepping up, throwing underneath, hit as he throws. And there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, he was hit as it throws. It almost hit the umpire standing, and the official standing right about the 45.
Officials meeting at midfield. P.D. Harris.
Holding on the offense, number 66. 10-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Has the call on Matt Villers, the sophomore left guard, and the first penalty on the Wolverines this afternoon.
Yeah, bad timing for it. It's never a good time, I don't think, but.
So the holding call backs him up, makes it 1st and 20. LeBrie going to give it to Schools, trying to turn the edge, cuts across the 40-45 to the 47-yard line. Shows you that ability to kind of swing the ball outside and then just cut back hard toward the hashes for a nice gain.
Yeah.
6 yards to the 47.
And again, so yeah, brings up 2nd and 14.
Second down and 14.
Trips to the right. Penny Packer alone to the left side. LeBrie checks with the sidelines. Tyler Gustafson singling that play in. LeBrie takes the snap. 5-step drop, comeback route. Penny Packer, that one through his hands and incomplete. Will bring up 3rd and 14.
Not a whole lot of great options in the playbook for 3rd and 14, especially against a defense as athletic as Thomas Moore's. But see what we have here.
LeBrie's done an excellent job today with his ball placement. His ball location's been very good.
Yeah, I agree.
3rd and 14. Gustafson, Drake, Grieco, Penny Packer, the 4 Wolverine wide receivers on 3rd and 14. Schools to the left of LeBrie. Play clock now down to 5. They snap it with 2. LeBrie, time rolling out to the outside. Eyes downfield, firing downfield. Too tall for Gustafson at the 30-yard line. Incomplete. It's 4th and 14. And the Wolverines will punt.
It looked for a minute like Gustafson was going to be able to come back, get up there, and get that, but just over top of his fingertips, and the Wolverines will now be forced to punt with 2:37 to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Break averaging about 37 yards per kick. Here this afternoon, averaging close to 40 for the year. Low snap. Digs it out, gets a nice high kick away. Fielded inside the 5. Returner will turn it upfield. Stepped out of bounds, and there's also a penalty flag on the play. Nice corner kick that time by Brake.
Yeah, really nice job.
Cook on the return, Siebert on the tackle. Flag on the play.
Caleb Brake again, another great punt for him. He's had a fantastic freshman year.
Illegal block in the back. Return team, number 46. That penalty half the distance to the goal. First down.
Ryan Jackson Jr., a defensive back out of Miami of Florida.
Wow.
Called for that penalty. So that'll back them up deep into their own territory with 2:26 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Thomas Moore will begin his drive. 1st and 10 from the 4.
So spot them at the 4-yard line. 1st and 10. 35-10. Thomas Moore with the lead and the football. Coots throwing from the end zone, swings the ball to Pitts, trying to turn it upfield, gets across the 5, 10, 15. Flag comes in the area where we might see holding again against Thomas More.
Right, just as he kind of turned up the field, we saw that flag come flying in right there, where they almost always call that hold for springing the guy trying to get to the edge.
Holding on the offense, number 10. After distance to the goal, remains first down.
You can really hear the wind blowing too. Everybody's kind of clothes are flying around on them, and leaves are flying across the track. So yeah, the wind is definitely an issue right now.
Good thing I waited to rake my leaves after today, huh?
That's always my philosophy on things.
That's why I waited, because of the wind.
It's like I don't shovel the walk till spring.
1st and 12, back to the 2-yard line. Again, Brennan Kuntz out of the end zone. Sends a man in motion. Going to give it to Pitts. 2 hands on the football. Patrick Mark there to make the stop for maybe a 1-yard gain. Bring up 2nd down and long.
Yeah.
Well, he's really someone that stands out when you watch him play lately.
Yeah, I agree. I was just going to say that. He's a guy, he's one of those guys with a slow-growing confidence here.
Patrick Mark, Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, Wellington High School. Good size, 6'2", 185-pound freshman.
Yeah.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 10. Gives to, looked like Zajac that time on the carry. Zajac able to get the ball just across the 10-yard line. And we'll bring up 3rd down for Thomas More.
Zajac on the run. Jasper on the stop.
Down to a minute here to go in this 3rd quarter, Mark. Big 3rd down and 3 play here. Grove City trying to get Thomas Moore's offense off the field, get the football back with a chance to get back in this game as we start the 4th.
3rd and 3. Conto creeping up to the line, showing some blitz. Play clock now down under 5. Kunitz takes the snap, fires out to his receiver, makes the catch just past the sticks. And good enough for a Thomas More 1st down. Wow.
Yeah, not a big play, not a big gainer, but enough for a 1st down, which all of a sudden now you're looking at that much more time being taken off the clock, and it looks like Thomas More, Mark's going to have the football to start the 4th quarter.
Marcus Woodford, the freshman, on the tackle. Give it to Zajac, spinning his way to about the 23-yard line. Gain of about 3, and that should probably be the last play here of today's 3rd quarter. After 3, Thomas More 35, Grove City 10 on the home of the Wolverines, 91-1 WSAJ.
All right, everybody in the car, let's go.
What are we gonna do first when we get there, Mom? Go for a hike?
Sure, if you want.
What about canoeing? Can we go canoeing too?
I don't see why.
What about a bike ride? No, I want to fish.
Okay.
I've never been fishing.
Honey, we can do it all.
How long does it take to get to the forest?
It's not.
Is it gonna be long?
No, sweetie.
I bet it takes forever.
It's not that far.
Are we there yet?
Yep, we're here.
Already? No way. Come on.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a neighborhood park or green space near you. Also, find fun activities to do like boating and biking or camping and hiking, plus much more. It's all right in your naturehood. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
Final 15 put up on the scoreboard this afternoon for the Wolverines. And Chris, with a quarter to play, Wesley Schools right at that century mark on 22 carries.
I love it. And again, yeah, that's, but certainly he just kind of continues doing what he's doing. His great season continues here.
You look at the numbers at half. He put a full yard on his rushing average between halftime and the end of the 3rd quarter.
And we've seen that from him. He's a back that gets stronger as the game goes along, and we've seen that today.
Kunitz out of the pistol, Second down and 6. Back to pass. Rolling out, feeling some pressure, unloading deep downfield, and the pass caught at the 50, 45, 40 down the sidelines for the Saints. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Thomas More.
Wow. That's Dalen Garland, another one of those fast-looking players on this team. Garland, a wide receiver, built a lot like Pitts, the running back. Yes, those players that I mentioned there, certainly not making Grove City's day any kind of a utopia.
Garland's 19th catch of the year, just 5'7", but 175.
That was your first history reference, by the way, Mark.
That one?
Yeah.
I missed that one.
That's what Thomas More wrote. That was his famous literary work, Utopia.
Snap down, extra point on the way, and good.
They wrote about it was about an imaginary island in the Americas, in the New World. And it was basically a criticism of all things English. But he didn't criticize things in English. He just talked about this perfect island off the coast of Brazil.
That had nothing
that was nothing like England, yeah. Yeah. When it was translated into English, Henry VIII got mad and had him executed.
I'm not surprised by that. Henry VIII had someone executed. I wouldn't call that breaking news. 42-10 Thomas More, and the Wolverines will send Ross and Shower back to return this kick.
Still a lot to play for. Certainly next week heading to Westminster and then heading into the bye and then finishing with Geneva, Bethany, and Teal. So Grove City again, 14:47 here to get some momentum, and even if you don't necessarily able to crawl back into this game, you want to pick up a little bit of momentum as you head down the road to play Westminster next week.
Wind-aided kickoff by Matthias goes into the end zone for the touchback, and the Wolverines are going to come out to the 25 maybe, because there's a penalty flag back at the 40.
Westminster continuing their good season as they all over St. Vincent 66-12 right now. So Westminster really turning a corner, yeah. Beat this Thomas More team.
Offsides on the kicking team. Grove City has elected to tack on the 5-yard penalty. First down, Grove City.
So that is something I've always appreciated since doing these games for Grove City and the President's Athletic Conference. These officials do a fantastic job of explaining everything.
They really do. They really do. Yeah, there's no question about it. It's nice to have that feature too, isn't it? The ability to kind of hear what the officials are doing too. I know you do high school, and you don't necessarily have that in high school.
Swing the pass out to Shower out of the backfield, and it was a lateral, and Shower did a good job to hustle back, get on that football back at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and sometimes they blow those dead and call those incomplete. That time he was the official. You could see the line judge was saying that was a live ball.
And more often than not, you don't usually see that being called a lateral.
Yep. And you heard Ryan Briggs there over the PA. It's actually written in as a fumble and then a recovered fumble.
Labrie takes the snap, back to pass, running up into the pocket, eyes downfield, pump fakes, keeping this play alive, and it goes down back near the 12-yard line. Ball came loose. They'll say Labrie was down, so it'll bring up third down.
Down on the field.
Labrie sacked by Hansel. Loss of 7 on the play. Third down for Grove City at the 13.
3rd and 27 coming up for this Wolverine offense. .34 to play, 42-10 Thomas More. Saints in their final year as a member of the President's Athletic Conference. Labrie back to pass, stands tall in the pocket, has the ball in and out of the hands of Cameron Drake at about the 30-yard line. Will bring up 4th and long.
Yes. Again, there's talk, I'm sure, back and forth, different directions about Thomas More being in the PAC, but if you look geographically at the members of the President's Athletic Conference, such a kind of a nice, tight geographic conference. But he's within about 2.5 hours of each other at the most, other than Thomas More. And, you know, again, football's on Saturdays. But you think about like women's soccer, women's basketball, you know, men's lacrosse, not having to go to Kentucky on a Wednesday night or something, you know.
And that Thomas More women's basketball program, the D3 Power.
Yeah, they really have been.
Breaks punt,
They have
fielded by Cook. Fair catch at the 40.
I mean, they had, you know, for years there, they had Sydney Moss, you know, Randy Moss's daughter, that all SEC as a freshman for the Florida Gators, and then she transfers to Thomas More, making a great program even better. And then without her last year, they didn't miss a beat.
1st and 10 for the Saints. We'll see Justin Post now in there at quarterback for Thomas More. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Receiver in motion now, overloading that side. Pass underneath, caught by the receiver, and then hammered down shy of the 40-yard line. Patrick Mark making his presence known once again.
Mark has been all over the field. And I mean, you know, I don't know how many tackles he's going to be credited with today, but every tackle he's made has been a really hard hit.
6 through the first 3 quarters for the freshman.
That's 6, so that'd be 7. And I have 4 that I can think of already that have been really hard hits.
Play fake. Post rolling out, looking downfield, and he's going to be thrown down by Jazzcar back near the 40-yard line.
Bring up 3rd down and 3 here. Maybe you're looking at likely 4-down territory here for Thomas More.
It's 3rd and 3 at the
Fire and Jazzcar with 7 at the quarter, so now give Jazzcar 8, looking for another double-digit tackle game for the freshman linebacker.
Man, those 2 are good.
3rd and 3 as we approach 12 minutes to play in today's 4th quarter. Post out of the pistol, gives it to his tailback. Blockers out in front, turns the corner, 35-20. And knocked out of bounds. That's Javier Pitts still in there running the ball. Pitts through 3 quarters, 63 yards and a pair of touchdowns.
Gain of 17 to the Grove City 23.
Pitts to the sidelines. Dylan Powell will check in. Two receivers right, 1 to the left side. Post works out of the pistol. Receiver again in motion, left to right. Give it on the quick hitter underneath, and the Wolverine defense there to make the stop. Led defensively by Sam Henson.
You know, we talk about, you know, we talked in the pregame about how Thomas More, you know, came into this game 1-4, and you know, so on and so forth. But I was thinking about like kind of the celebration that took place at Westminster after beating the game. It was kind of the equivalent of storming the floor in basketball. So it tells you, I mean, this is still, you know, one of the better football programs in Division III. And
Post back to pass, and the pass knocked down. Patrick Mark again jumping through to knock that football away. And could you see 4 straight rookies of the week?
Yeah. I was just thinking that. He's just played terrific today. That looked like it was going to be an easy 6 for Thomas More right there. He just comes out of nowhere to knock it away.
And that's all about effort right there.
That's
just lay it out to make a play.
That's right. If you give 99.9% effort there, it's a touchdown. He gives a little bit more than 100% and is able to knock it away.
3rd and 9. Post back to pass, rolling right, pressured by Arbrecht, throws underneath. Man makes the catch and gets close to the 1st down marker, and should have a 1st down for Thomas More. Justin Post, the backup to Brendan Kuntz, sophomore, 6'3", 175 out of Macedonia Nordonia High School in Ohio.
Imagine, you know, on this team, you know, Brendan Kuntz doesn't get maybe all the credit. Maybe he's not the guy that's, but boy, he's just a solid, good quarterback.
Top to bottom, lot of good quarterback play in this league.
Unbelievable.
Receiver started in motion, came back. They gave the ball to the tailback running off the right side hash mark and down shy of the 5-yard line. Dylan Powell on the run.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
We've seen Javier Pitts, Luke Zajac, and Dylan Powell all carry the football this afternoon for Thomas More.
All very good. Just top-notch college running backs.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Down under 10 minutes to play, 4th quarter, 42-10, Thomas More. Slot receiver goes in motion, now turns back. Give it to Powell once again, lowering the shoulder and into the end zone for the 6-yard touchdown run for Dylan Powell.
6-yard run, touchdown, Thomas More.
Yeah, Powell's kind of blasting through good surge at the line of scrimmage again there by the Thomas More offensive line.
On for the extra point, Cole Mathias, the sophomore kicker. Even the kicker's big, 6'2", 175.
Yeah.
Snap down, extra point, blocked. Picked up by the kicker. He ran it in, but there's a flag on the play.
It'll be offsides on Grove City, I
Offside
think.
on the defense, number 20. The penalties decline. Conversion is good.
Post on the run.
So he picked up the loose football and ran it in for the 2-point conversion, making it Thomas More 50, Grove City 10. We'll be right back after this quick break on 91.1 WSAJ.
Ranger Station.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting in the forest. 1 second, I'm having a smoke. Next thing I know, I'm face to face with Smokey Bear.
Wow.
And he told me it only takes 1 spark to start a wildfire.
Did you know 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans?
I had no idea.
That's why Smokey's famous and you're not. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Back at Robert E. Thorne Field, 9:21 to play here in the 4th quarter, 50-10, Thomas More. And Ross and Shower back to return the kickoff for the Wolverines. It's been a wind-affected football game here this afternoon. This kick now with the wind. Going to go 9 yards deep into the end zone, and we'll come back out to the 25.
That's the one thing you see too sometimes with this Thomas More program is some of the peripheral guys, you know, like the kickers, they're stars. I mean, this guy, there's no difference between Thomas More's kicker and the NFL kickers. You know, it's unbelievable.
Tyler Gustafson, the sophomore out of Shippensburg High School, will check in and get some playing time here in the 4th quarter. Also see Jackson in at one of the wide receiver spots wearing number 10. Gustafson hands the ball to Shower. Shower going to be stood up at the line for no gain. 2nd down and 10.
Shower on the run.
Daniel Jackson in there. Noah Peternell, a sophomore wide receiver from Bentleyville, PA, also in on the play.
Young and Schweikert on the tackle.
Gustafson checking with the sidelines, has Shower next to him. Down to 8:50 to play here in today's 4th quarter. Going to give it to Shower, running outside, and Shower to the 24-yard line. And a flag at the end of the play.
On the run. Flag on the play.
Lativio leading the way, blocking for him.
At the conclusion of the play, dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 32 of the defense, be a 15-yard penalty. Penalty results in an automatic 1st down.
Malik Gibson, a freshman defensive back from Panama City, Florida, called for that late hit that gives the Wolverines the automatic 1st down.
That helps, keeps the second team offense on the field here, get these guys some reps. There's Tyler Gustafson. sophomore. Cody Gustafson, his freshman brother, of course, having a great season as a wide receiver.
Peter Nell, Drake, Jackson, the three wide receivers. Gustafson takes the snap, gives it to Shower, running middle, breaks through the pile, gets across the 45, down near the 47-yard line. Good run by Andrew Shower.
Shower on the run.
The Akron, Ohio native, played his high school football at Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy.
He's a guy, you know, he's had a very good career. He's had a nice career. He's been a jack of all trades. Was the starting tailback here for a while, and now does a lot of his work on special teams, and he's been a good football player for this program now for three and a half years.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Gustafson back to pass. Tyler looking downfield, firing underneath. Peter Nell comes back to his quarterback, makes the catch, and has the first down.
Noah Peter Nell comes back.
Pass is complete to Noah Peter Nell.
Nice little route, nice catch, nice first down. Keep this second unit out there.
First and 10 at the
Jackson, Drake, Peter Nell, your wide receivers. Tyler Gustafson in at quarterback. Takes the snap, gives it to Shower, try to bounce it to the left, thrown down, ball loose on the turf, picked up by the Saints, across the 30, cuts back 20, flag, 15, 10, 5 into the end zone for the touchdown. On that return, the referee threw a flag for, could be a block or a hold.
It's going to be an illegal block. That's one of those ones we're so accustomed these
After
days.
the interception, illegal block in the back.
Yeah.
Thomas Moore, number 54. It'll be a 10-yard penalty from a spot of foul. Thomas Moore keep the ball, first down.
We're so accustomed to seeing a play like that, aren't we? And we just wait for the replay, right? We just, okay, we don't even get excited about it one way or the other. If it's our team that picks it up, we're mildly excited. If it's our team that fumbles, we're only mildly upset because we know there's a chance for an overturn, and you just almost can't help but wonder there if maybe, Shower was down.
It's become such a big factor in sports at almost every level in every sport.
Right. Yeah, really, except for really Division III in high school. But yeah, I mean, Shower looked like he was pretty close to being down there, but they didn't blow the whistle dead. The ball comes out, and Thomas Moore able to thwart what was a pretty promising Grove City drive.
10 at the Grove City 28.
Man goes in motion, now cuts back. Post going to give the ball to Zajac, and Zajac ahead for about maybe a yard and a half gain. And just think about the baseball playoffs. Whenever somebody steals or slides into second, they always hold the glove on just for that 1 millisecond where they pop off the bat.
Right. Well, when you think about it, I think the most incorrectly called play in all of baseball is the out safe at first. That's just gone away. I mean, it's actually pretty amazing in the day of replay. See how often they're wrong, isn't it?
Second down and 9 after the gain of 1 by Zajac. Pop pass over the middle off the hands of the intended receiver for Thomas Moore, looking for Jared Cook, the senior wide receiver from Anderson, Ohio.
Intended for Cook. 3rd and 9 at the 27.
Thomas Moore has their second unit in there too. You see Silas Ingram, the freshman running back.
Third and 9, 6:19 to play, fourth quarter, 50-10. Thomas Moore with the lead and the football. Post back to pass, swings it out into the flat. Receiver makes the catch, dives for the first down marker. Have to wait for the spot. That's Mitchell Hogue, a senior wide receiver from William Henry Harrison High School in Harrison, Ohio.
Nice. Tippy Canoe and Tyler too.
I got nothing for you.
Okay, William Henry Harrison he fought at the Battle of Tippecanoe, so when he ran for president, that was the campaign slogan. Tippecanoe and Tyler too. John Tyler was the vice presidential candidate.
field goal attempt here from Thomas More. Kick on the way, plenty of distance, and that is good for Cole Mathias.
Wow, 36-yard kick, okay.
Thomas More, 53, Grove City, 10.
5:41 to play, fourth quarter. Thomas More, 53, Grove City, 10. We step aside for a quick break and come back on 91.1 WSAJ.
Hi, I'm Matt Kenseth. You don't have to be a race car driver to know that life can be full of drama. Some of it you can't control, like mechanical issues, high winds, and rain delays. But there's some drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
You just need to take that first step and find free classes near you and leave the drama for the racetrack.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
5:41 to play. Boy, I just had a bad numbers day today. Can't explain it.
I didn't notice. I think you're doing all right.
5:41 to play.
Mathias kicking off.
Mathias will kick. Over the head of Ross again, about 9 yards deep into the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The kickoff is a touchback.
Tyler Gustafson on
City at the 25.
For his second series as the Wolverine quarterback.
You feel bad for Shower. He was running the football pretty well there. Well, nice little pickups, and then a play that maybe if there was instant replay at the Division III level, maybe he would have been ruled down because it was awfully close. But Thomas More able to pick it up and turn it into a field goal drive.
Gustafson gives it to Shower again, right up the middle of the field, down to about the 29-yard line.
I like going right back to him.
Saw freshman Neil Dorsey warming up. Don't know if we will see him make his Wolverine debut out of Haymarket, Virginia, and Battlefield High School. So Gustafson works out of the pistol with three receivers in the formation. Shower the tailback. Tyler takes the snap, firing downfield. Drake makes the catch. About a yard shy of the first down, so it'll be 3rd down and 1.
Tyler Gustafson's pass is complete.
3rd and 1 here. Okay. I'll just see them pick up that first down here.
In a 5, 3rd and 1 at the 34.
And at the H-back spot for the Wolverines, Nathan Nativio, the senior out of Neshannock High School. Saints were showing blitz. Now they'll back off. Shower will move from the right to the left side of Tyler Gustafson on 3rd and 1. Takes the snap, gives it to Shower, and he's going to lose about a yard and bring up 4th and 2.
Yeah, 4th and 2. I was just going to say, even if you pick up a little bit of forward progress, make it 4th and real short, you maybe go for it.
4th down and 2 for Grove City.
So at 4th and 2, Wolverines will punt the football away with 4:05 on a rolling fourth quarter clock.
Getting down late here in this fourth quarter. Another learning experience for this young Wolverine team against a kind of an angry Thomas More team.
Break end over end kick, fair catch called for by Winkler, and he'll make it at the 35-yard line. Mentioned it. Westminster up next week before the open date, and then 2 of the final 3 here at home.
Yeah. Geneva, Bethany, Teal. That's certainly the great stretch there. 2 out of the 3 are at home. All those teams kind of jockeying for position in the middle of the PAC standings, and going to be a lot of fun down that stretch.
How nice would it be to wrap up the year, bring back the Mercer County Cup back to Grove City?
Would be remarkable, really would. And this team's certainly working on a remarkable season already.
Post on the handoff, new tailback in there for the Saints. That is Silas Ingram, a freshman running back from Liberty Township, Ohio. They'll pick up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Gain of 6. 2nd and 4 at the 41.
Clock continuing to roll, down to under 3:20 to play, and a 53-10 lead for Thomas More. Post brings his team back to the line, works out of the pistol. Ingram's going to get it again on the straight handoff up the middle across the 40 and down near the 42-yard line.
Ingram on the run.
So it'll bring up third down. Just about 2 to go for Thomas More.
Prentice and Ellis on the tackle. 30 and 2 for Thomas More at the 43.
Third down, 2 at the 43-yard line. To give it to him again on the outside run. He'll turn the corner, have the first down into Wolverine territory. On the run by Silas Ingram, the freshman running back.
Ingram on the run. Brought down by Salerno. 9-yard gain to the Grove City 48. First down for Thomas More.
First down for the Saints as we approach 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Post brings his team to the line. 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left side. Going to send that right side receiver in motion to the left. Going to give it to Ingram again, running right up the middle. I'm going to cross the 45 to the 44-yard line. Looked like maybe the ball had popped loose, but Thomas More will maintain possession.
Yeah. 5-yard gain to the 43.
Second and 5.
Second and 5 for Thomas More.
Minute 20 here to go on a rolling clock.
Again, Post will work out of the pistol with about a minute to play in today's fourth quarter. Takes the snap, gives it to Ingram, and he is going to be hit at the point of contact and dropped in. In on the stop, that's Joe Cerventi, a senior outside linebacker from Cranberry Township.
30 and 4, D42.
So Cerventi's tackle brings up third down and 4 for Thomas More. One more snap of the football required here this afternoon by the Saints. Gonna give it to Ingram again. Cerventi going to chase him down from behind and will bring up fourth down, but with 20 seconds to play in the fourth quarter, that will be the last snap of the football here this afternoon.
4th down and 1 at the 39.
Well, okay, I thought they'd stop the clock for a second, but they did.
So Thomas More will get the win this afternoon here at Robert E. Thorne Field, 53-10. With the win, the Saints improve to 2-4 and 1-3. Grove City drops to 2-4 and 2-2 in President's Athletic Conference play. We'll take a quick break, come back and wrap this one up on 91.1 WSAJ.